Hello everyone and welcome back to another math practice video. Today I have a special game that students can play within their 4th grade classroom revolving around fractions and how to understand what they represent. So the materials that the teacher will need to give out are some dominoes, and I have a few laid out over here for us to practice our game with, and a sheet of paper. Again, for modeling purposes, I just have a blank sheet of paper here, but a teacher could definitely take the time to create their own worksheet. So to begin, a student would select a domino. So here I have one. I would set that on my paper up here, and we would look at this domino as a fraction. So this line here would be the line separating the numerator from the denominator, like we have seen in a regular fraction, or the students would have seen at this point. And like I said, at this point, students would kind of already have an understanding of fractions and what they represent. The teacher will have had explicit instruction with the students about fractions. And this is just kind of a game to help them further their understanding. So if we're looking at this domino as our fraction, we see that there are 2 dots in the numerator. So we would write that down here. And we see that there are 3 dots in the denominator. So we would write this over here as our fraction. And then to further their understanding, I would, as the teacher, have students create a model to represent this fraction. So at this point, the teacher will have talked about how the denominator is the parts, and the numerator is what part of the part for the denominator is being taken up. So here we would split our model into 3 parts, and we know that our numerator is 2, so therefore we should shade in 2 sections of the 3 parts that we have here. So this would act as a model that the students could write. And they're recording all of this just to further their understanding and to showcase what they have learned. So this could also act as kind of a formative assessment for teachers. I would continue to have the students pick dominoes and show the representation in the fraction that they depict, and then also the image that they create, the model. So with this one, we know that there is 1 dot in the numerator and there are 6 dots in the denominator, so this would represent 1/6. The model for this would be out of 6 parts, and we would count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then 1/6 is represented, so 1 part is shaded. And I would continue to have students do this. They could also work in partners to hold each other accountable, and also differentiate for students that are struggling. Another great part of working with dominoes is that for some of them, improper fractions could be represented. So like for this one, we have 4 dots in the numerator and 2 in the denominator. This could be shown as an improper fraction, and how students can work to solve that and bring it back to turn it into like a regular fraction. So these are just some ways that dominoes can be used in the classroom. For all the teachers watching, I hope you enjoyed this video and that you work to incorporate using dominoes into your fraction lessons.